Hi, welcome back. I'm going to be looking at two different air combat games from Tumbling Dice. The first one is Mig Alley, the other one is Mighty Fortress. Again, in this video I'm going to be checking out the Mighty Fortress rules from Tumbling Dice. This is late World War II, and it's basically the sort of end of the war when the Allied forces were bombing parts of the German war machine. So you're looking at large-scale Allied bombers being protected with fighter planes, and then obviously the German forces trying to take them out. In this particular starter set, you get B-17s and P-51s on the Allied side, and the Luftwaffe have the Me-262, the one of the early jet fighters that sort of appeared at the end of the World War II. £10 a game, like all of Tumbling Dice. These games are £10, you know, $12–15 in US money, and they all come with a simple set of rules and the aircraft required to get you started playing these games. So let's check this one out and see. So we have Mighty Fortress, air combat rules. This is late World War II, so it's the sort of the large bombing campaigns carried out by the Allies during the end of World War II. So you're going to be playing, one side is going to be playing the Allied bombers along with fighter support, whilst the other side is going to play the Luftwaffe with Me-262s, you know, the German jets. Now, this is a full game in. Let's get the rules out, and then we get the rule set for the game, which uses the Wings at War rules, and this is all from Tumbling Dice. So in this pack for £10, you get all the planes you need to sort of get started playing the game. You can add other aircraft to the game, but this is your starting set, your starting pack. So we take a look at the big bombers first. The 3 Boeing B-17s. So let's get that under the camera. As you can see, it's quite a nice little model. There's a little bit of flash on there on these that will need to be removed and cleaned up before painting. But overall, you know, he's a bit wonky. I'll straighten that out somehow. But otherwise, you know, for £10, and this is what the price of these games are, they're £10 each, these starting games. You know, they're not a bad price. Now, just to warn you that you do not get any stands in this set. You will have to make some stands yourself or buy some stands. My plan is to use some flat bases and some wire. Just drill a little hole into the bottom there, because you've got a nice area, and then put a thin piece of wire on and then attached to a base. I was wanting to do something where you could pull up like an extendable rod, or those plastic ones where you can take a bit off and add a bit for the height, to distinguish which planes are at which height. And I might do that. I just need to find some appropriate bits and pieces for that, to do that idea. But these are the Me-2s, the Me-262s. Sorry, they're do that. So as you see, they bit of flash on their planes, but overall, you know, they're not too bad. You know, we aren't talking massive models here. They're 1/600 scale, but I mean, these are ideal for if you're wanting to take something away on holiday with you. Then, you know, this is a pretty good scale to do so. I mean, they're not going to require a big case to go into, carry case or anything. So the next planes we get are 4 P51s. Well, that one's going to need quite a bit of clean up, but that's the first one that's really covered in flash. Yeah. Quite a nice little plane, P50, and they do have a World War II rule sets. I think they do a one that's for Battle of Britain, and you can add and use planes from that period. In fact, some of these, the P51s, you can use in the other game I got from Tumbling Dice, which was Mig Alley, and these could be used in that. Right, so I just put these away, and a quick look at the rules. So the rules are pretty simple. I mean, as you can see, we're not talking a big game in rules wise. So it gives you information on what you'll need before the game. They're saying 6x4 table, divided across the long centre line. I think you could probably go a little bit smaller than 6x4. You could probably do 3x3. You wouldn't necessarily, I don't think, need to do 6x4 if you didn't want to. So like I said, the rules are quite simple. You know, we've got performance, energy, movement, and then formation, flying, stuff like that. Some of the actions you can take. We've got combat, shooting at aircraft, all the information there. Attacking ground targets, so you can have targets on the ground. So, for instance, you could attack a base, a Luftwaffe base, for instance, or have ACAT guns on the ground that need to be taken out. We've got the damage tables and stuff like that. Doing reconnaissance. V1 rocket launch sites it talks about here, so you could run a game where you're going against targeting some V1 rocket launch sites, and then at the back it gives you a list of the other aircraft you could use in this game, in this set of rule. So you know, it's got the whole list of what Luftwaffe ones you can use, like the FW190, Fokker-Wulf, Messerschmitt Bf109s, and then we've got a list of the other Luftwaffe jet engines, jet aircraft you could use, and then we've got American and British planes you could use. I mean, you can use P47s and P51 Mustangs, P38 Lightnings, for instance. Flying Fortress, if you wanted to bring in some different bombers, or the B-24s, or if you wanted to run British Halifax and Lancaster bombers, you could use your B-25s, and then use Spitfires, Tempest, Typhoons, and Mustangs. So It's quite a versatile little rule set. It's not expensive. It's £10, and your £10 gets you the rules, the basic rules, and it gives you some starting aircraft to actually get playing for both sides. So, you know, if you're on a budget, these are ideal little games, and they're all from Tumbling Dice. And there's a variety of different sets of rules to choose from. I've picked up two. This one, Mighty Fortress, and another one set in the Korean War, Mig Alley. But there are rules for Vietnam, First World War, and I think possibly the Falklands War or Gulf War. I'm not can't remember 100% remember, and I believe there's some more World War II rules. Anyway, that's Mighty Fortress. Nice little game. Nice set of miniatures, and all for £10. In American money, that'd probably be closer to $15. But yeah, really nice game for a nice price.